All right. Hello, everyone. How are you today? It's Kay. So, yeah, let's get started. This is the 19th of March 2022, and this is on Saturday. So, yeah. So usually on Saturdays, I basically do some open discussion. So today also, let's discuss any topics about the markets, about trading itself, about psychology, or money management. I will pick the comments on the chat and reply until the end of the live today. So let's start now. So let me squeeze my face. All right, and start the session. Oh, let me make this one a bit bigger. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So as a quick disclaimer, as usual, this content is all based on my own experience for educational purposes only. And if you can please follow the rules and guidelines on the live stream, that would be great. And also, I only do the Twitter and I don't do the Telegram. I do not do Instagram or Facebook, and I never send DMs, direct messages. So please watch out for the scammers and fake accounts of mine. Okay, so let me say hi to everyone. Bapi, good to see you. Thank you for joining. He says, hi Kay, can you please have a look at USDJPY? I bought the pair and secured about 40 pips and running profit. All right, let's check that one. But in the meantime, let me cover some other comments now. Buta, thank you for joining. And Renato, good to see you too. He says, how do you go with gold next week? Gold is still retracing backwards, but yeah, let's check gold also together. And let's see, Mahardika Carbon Fibonacci, good to see you. Thank you for joining. And Richard, thank you for joining as well. Augustine, good to see you too. And Oscar, Khalid, and Tolga, good to see you. He says, can you look at pound USD, please? All right, so let's check that one too, pound USD. Arukades, good to see you too. And Rashko Payson, good to see you also. And Rashmi Dirk, good to see you too. Rudolph and Val, good to see you too. Yeah, Rudolph says about the trading psychology discussion. All right. Yeah, I will focus also on psychology part too as we review some charts today. All right. And Aung, good to see you too. He says, hello Kay, just want to know how important body and wick of candlestick and how interact with each others. Okay. Yeah, candlesticks are the core of the base of my strategy. And also, if you understand very well about the candlestick and its patterns, you can understand Ichimoku very deeply too. So yeah, let's discuss that one too. And Will and Homan, good to see you. Big Cheese says, hi Kay, Euro AUD please. All right, Euro AUD, let's review that one too. All right, TikTok and Sorosh, Golam, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Okay, so now let me first look at the USDJPY and see what's happening right now. So let me switch to trading view. Let me get that one. Okay, and the trading view USDJPY is over here. Okay, so here is a weekly chart. Weekly chart USDJPY continues to be bullish, and also the daily chart has been bullish too. So this is a best market, also one of the best markets to trade next week also. This uptrend will be continuous next week. So according to Gbp 214, USDJPY secured about 40 pips profit. So yeah, since I see uptrend still continuously, no reason to exit. Whenever I see uptrend by Ichimoku, which I capture by Kumo, Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and Chikou span locations, whenever I see the Kumo up bullish, and Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen both bullish, and Chikou span above candles, I never exit manually. So this is about psychology also. is that because I don't use the TP. I don't use the take profit line. I use the stop loss and I move the stop loss break even and I try out the profits by these stop losses. But I never exit. I never exit by the TP. Because let's say the market is uptrending, still uptrending right now. Let's say you take the TP here and you exit TP. And next week, the market continuously goes up this way. So, simply because Kumo and Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen bullish and Chikou span above candles. So in this case, I don't exit. I keep trading the profits until Kumo and Kijun-sen goes flat. Because when you see Kumo Kijun-sen goes flat, that means the market could retrace. The market could retrace back to Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen. And that's when I look for an exit timing. So when I see this reverse, for example, I will exit when the market breaks Tenkan-sen, or even earlier timing, if I look at the lower time frame, let's say in 1 hour, if the market breaks Tenkan-sen in 1 hour, then that will be also an exit timing. So, but until I see a reverse confirmation, I keep trading. The profit is my strategy. So, yeah, so in this case, once again, USDJPY has been bullish nicely. So, no reason to exit. You just keep holding the trade. But one thing about holding the positions over the weekend right now is not really recommended because of what's happening between Russia and Ukraine. If anything happens during the weekend, then it might impact the market, and you might see gap in between the candles between Friday and Monday, and you might get lost. So for example, if you place a buy, let's say this is 1 hour, and let's say if you place a buy over here, let me just use this line. If you place a buy over here, and if you put the stop loss to break even like this, and let's say you just leave it on the weekend, and let's say next Monday the market might gap down and it may start here. It may start here, the candlestick, and if it happens, then you have to exit with a loss because the broker was closed and you can't exit as the market gradually goes down this way. So although you set the break even, if there is a gap in between the candles, and if Monday happens below the position, then you will exit with a loss. And usually in Forex, in terms of Forex, it doesn't really happen unless there's a big news over the weekend. But since we have big event in the world, throughout the world, this may happen anytime. So from this reason, to be safer at this moment until the war ends, until the things settle down, I don't recommend anyone to keep the position over the weekend. So yeah, that will be my advice. But if you're still holding the trade over 440 pips of profit, I think that's fine. Yeah, because usually the gap in between the candles would be 20 pips or 30 pips. So if you are running 40 pips, 40 pips or more, then you can just keep the positions over the weekend. So that's the USDJPY. So let me now check gold as per request of Renato. Let's XAUUSD gold. Okay, so daily chart is now ranging still. Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, and the market is below the Kijun-sen. So this is range, but this is a bit bearish in that sense. So the market might be reverse in wave and continue to be bearish and go down to Kumo. So this is not a good timing to buy it. If you want to buy, then you better wait until the market comes above the Tenkan-sen. And Chikou span should be above candles. when it happens and then buy afterwards. But now this is ranging, so it may reverse or it may be up or it may range, and we cannot really tell which way it's going. So in this situation, I would stay away. But on the weekly chart, this is still bullish, and the market is above the Kijun Sen now. So the market might be supported by the Kijun Sen and still goes up in this way. So the candlestick ended like this on the weekly, and the close price became above the Kijun Sen now. So I can still see the bullishness on the Kijun Sen time frame. But in the daily chart, since this is still bearish and Kijun Sen, weekly Kijun Sen is here, if the market breaks the weekly Kijun Sen next week, it might continue to be downtrending. So this is something that we have to watch out. And I will also talk about this one tomorrow when I do the forecast. So yeah, I will talk more details about that one. Okay, thank you for joining, everyone. Good to see you again, as always. Let me see. Let me check some other comments now. So Tolga says about pound USD. All right, so pound USD. Let me check. Pound USD is in the daily chart. It's retracing back to Kijun Sen. So buy will be a right call. And on Thursday, on the 17th March, there was a doji candle. And Friday, yesterday, was engulfing the previous doji high and low. So I am talking about this doji candlestick. This one over here. So when you see doji and when you see engulfing by the doji, what you have to wait for is a breakout towards either direction. Breakout towards bullish or bearish. But since Kijun Sen flat and Kumo also flat, most likely the market breaks the doji bullish and retraces back to Kijun Sen. So in this case, I would wait for the breakout of 1.3211 level, and then afterwards look for buy chance, and then target to the daily Kijun Sen. So that's what I will be doing. But let me check 1 hour and see how doji was formed. Okay, so doji was formed because of this big bearish candle on the 17th. And okay, so this big bearish candle is also engulfing the whole future candles in Friday. So this is a beautiful engulfing candle. So yeah, simply I have to wait for the breakout of 1.3211 level and then look for the buy chance afterwards. So this is about the price action too. In this case, I don't really pay attention to the Ichimoku lines, but mainly I watch the candlestick situation. I simply see this engulfing situation. The whole candles on Friday has been engulfed, included by the previous high and low on this big bearish candle. So once it breaks, most likely the market breaks and goes up continuously back to the daily Kijun Sen. And the reason is because along the way there are sellers and buyers in this range market in Friday, and sellers most likely put the stop losses here, and buyers most likely put the stop losses here below or above the previous big bearish candle. So once it breaks, then that takes these stop losses, and that will make the market push up like this way. So this is actually the mechanism of why this engulfing breakout works. So yeah, since daily chart Kijun Sen flat, I expect the market goes bullish this week. But until I see it, I won't act it. If I see the breakout, when I see the breakout, then finally I will look for an buying edge. So that's what I would do. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Once again, Big G says Euro AUD. All right, let me check the Euro AUD now. starting from the daily time frame, Euro AUD is bearish. So this one is bearish because market is simply below Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen, and Chikou span below candles. And the market once retraced back to Kijun-sen, and now for the last 3 days has been bearish. So in this case, it might become a reverse N wave. So I think to me, this is bearish overall structure. But to be able to sell, I would wait for the Kumo down and Kijun-sen down in the daily chart. But this is my analysis. There was a pin bar resisted by the Kijun-sen. This was significant. So yeah, to me, this is bearish right now. Okay, thank you for joining. Once again, good to see you, everyone here. Okay, Rudolph says, my main problem seems to be exiting trades way too soon. I use the fractal trading stop system, but I can't seem to stop myself taking profits too soon. Okay, I don't use fractals, so I'm not sure. But the exit timing in general is more difficult than the entries. Because you know, at the entries, you took time to analyze and you got this confirmation for the entry. But for exit, you know, psychologically it's more difficult. Whether it's a profit or loss, psychologically it's more difficult. But the one thing I have to say is never exit too soon. Yeah, you have to keep holding the trade as long as possible. Is I think the important point for success, because you know, you want to extend the profit as much as possible to be able to cover the previous small losses. So, but if you exit too soon every time, or if you just exit with a break even too many times, then you won't be able to generate the big pips of profit, and you cannot really cover the previous losses with these break-even or small profit trades. So yeah, if you think that your exit timing is too early, then yeah, I would recommend you to keep holding. First, you have to set the break-even, but after you set the break-even, just leave chart for a couple of hours and come back. And that's basically what I do. Once I set the break-even, that means I don't lose, and that will be either break-even or win game. And if you keep playing the break-even win game, then out of 10 trades, let's say, out of 10 break-even win game, you might have 3 trades break successful, and 7 trades might be break-even, but 3 trades might be successful, and that's what you have to think about in mindset. So you better monitor until you set the break-even, but afterwards, I recommend to just leave chart for a day or maybe 2 days. You can leave chart and see how it plays out. In this way, you can you know, have a right mindset to really, you know, to keep holding a trade without exiting too soon. And yeah, it requires patience. Actually, it requires patience, really. Okay, Arnold says, congratulations for Kyushu Ashi at TradingView. Maybe can you explain at glance how to use it? Oh yeah, so I didn't officially announce, but I just created a new indicator for Kyushu Ashi, and I will start to explain this one. I'm thinking to do it sometime next week. And I'm also thinking to hand out a free PDF to explain the Kyushu Ashi, because and then in my Ichimoku community, I have wrote the Kyushu Ashi book myself in English with chart examples. And actually today I will do the book review for the Ichimoku members after this public live. But next week I'm thinking also to create some free PDF like pamphlet type of you know, information about Kyushu Ashi and explain about it sometime next week. So yes, please stay tuned. Kyushu Ashi is actually one of the Ichimoku strategies that captures the weekly trends and reversals. So yeah, this is also very effective if you really use it. Okay, Motosi, thank you for joining. And One Slow, good to see you too. All right, Yan, thank you for joining from Brazil. Good to see you too. Okay, Val says, if Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Kumo are moving in one direction, either up or down, how I must react if the next action is ranging, particular in 1 hour time frame? If the next action is ranging in 1 hour time frame, then you have to stay away until 1 hour turns bullish or bearish. Yeah, simply you have to wait until the next trend happen. So let's say in this case, this is about multiple time frames, but let's say in the daily time frame, this is still a bit ranging. This is bearish for the last 3 days. After this resistance of the Kijun-sen with the pin bar, it's bearish. But in terms of Kumo Kijun-sen, it's still flat. So from here, it may reverse backwards still, or it may take time for the market to keep going down. In this reason. So in the daily time frame, the market may be slowly going down, so you cannot really follow the daily direction. But instead, you can lower the time frame, and then if you see the lower time frame to be trending, then you can follow that. You can take that lower time frame to follow. So let's say in 1 hour chart, you see downtrend stably. So here's 1 hour chart. In a 1 hour chart, you see nicely downtrending, and also you see some patterns here. The pattern is the market has been resisted by the Tenkan-sen. It never became above the Tenkan-sen, but market has been below Tenkan-sen and continuously going down this way. So in this, when you see this situation in 1 hour chart, you can follow the 1 hour chart downtrend. As long as market is below Tenkan-sen, you can follow the downtrend, and when it breaks Tenkan-sen, that's when you exit, simply speaking. Because once the market breaks Tenkan-sen, then it may retrace back to Kijun-sen. But as long as market is below Tenkan-sen in 1 hour chart, you keep holding the trade and you keep trading the profits along the way. So that's how you can do in multiple time frame. So if you master the multiple time frame analysis and trade, then you can make more profits in the market, and that becomes very, very effective. You can actually do this in Ichimoku very effectively, and based on my strategy, you can actually do it too. Yeah, before I was using moving average in different time frames, and it worked really. It worked. I was using 3 moving averages and using multiple time frames to capture which one's ranging, which one's trending, just like I do on the Ichimoku. But I found Ichimoku works much better than moving averages in this multiple time frame analysis. So yeah, it's really effective and powerful to use. Yeah, let me see. Hello, Elio. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. All right. Otoshi says, look, books talk about overlaying a Kyushu Ashi on the chart. Is the Kyushu Ashi there in MT4, MT5? I don't think you can find the Kyushu Ashi on MT4, MT5. That is only available in TradingView, as far as I know. But in case someone knows if Kyushu Ashi available in MTs, please let me know. I will also want to look at it. Okay, Gbp SEK. Okay, I don't think I ever checked that one, but let me, just in case, check that one. Gbp SEK. Okay. Okay, so here is, let me see. The daily chart is now back into Kumo, and it's about to break Kumo now, so it's bearish. The market is at the support level, and also the Senko span B. But if you start to see Chikou span comes below candles, most likely that happens next week, and then Kumo breakout and support level breakout may happen, and then it may turn bearish, in my view. Yeah, but I never trade exotics because the spreads are high and it's so spiky volatile in the lower time frames. Yeah, so let's see. Let me check some other comments now continuously. So once again, thank you for joining, everyone. Great to see you again. This is a relaxing Saturday. Oh. Ilya says, is there any strategy we can use for scalping on Ichimoku? I don't know about it. I don't know. Yeah, because I don't scalp by Ichimoku. I used to scalp by moving average and candlesticks and some other indicators, but I never used Ichimoku for scalping. So yeah, you have to test it and see if it works or not. But Ichimoku line is a bit lagging than other indicators, so in that sense, it might not be so effective. Ichimoku is more for the swing and day trades, and follow the higher time frame trend directions. It works very well. All right, Mahesh, thank you for joining, and Cliff, thank you for joining as well from Mauritius. Good to see you here. All right, Doctor says, can you look at the Bitcoin? All right, let me check. Bitcoin, I think it's still in the ascending P wave in the daily time frame, but let me see. Yeah, still ranging now, still ranging, but it's about to break the minor double bottom here. Neckline is 42594.7. I think once it breaks, it continuously goes up to the resistance level. But since this is ranging overall, I would usually stay away from this market. Yeah. Hello, Johnny K. Thank you for joining. Good to see you too. All right, let's see. GJ, let me see. Turns out today is about the market analysis, but it's okay. Let me just check some other charts now. Gbp Jpy. This has been bullish last week, but in the daily chart, it's ranging now. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen is down, Tenkan Sen up within the Kumo, so this is range, and Chikou span touching, so it's ranging too. So what I mean by range is that from here, we are not sure which way it's going. It may go up, or it may start to reverse backwards from Monday, and we cannot tell in the daily basis. So in this case, like I mentioned previously, I look at a lower time frame to follow. So let me check 1 hour. Okay, in 1 hour chart, it has been bullish. So it broke the resistance of 156.73, and now it's bullish. So yeah, you can follow the 1 hour direction, but once the market breaks Tenkan Sen, you just exit. Is about GJ. All right, yeah, I think more than GJ, I prefer USDJPY. Sorry. Yeah, USDJPY daily chart looks much better than GJ because GJ is like this ranging, and also AUDJPY looks much better too. It has been bullish, and it's reaching towards the next resistance level, which was all the way back in 2018 on 88.99 is the next target. Oh, the run number, the run number 89 will be the target. Yeah. So AUDJPY looks good, and USDJPY also looks good. And let me see, Gbp Jpy has been bullish, but overall it's still ranging. And let me check some other JPY pairs. EURJPY is also still below the resistance, so overall it's ranging still. It may retrace. CADJPY. Yeah, CADJPY is also good. It has been bullish, but if you look at the Kumo, this is too thin. So when I see this too thin Kumo, I never take trades because it might spike bearish anytime soon. This is overheating, overbought market. You can tell by this Kumo shape. And especially also when you see Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen very narrow and point up towards the same direction, this is also a sign of the strong and overheated market. So because of the risk of retracement too soon, I won't touch this one. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, EuroCAD, let's see. EuroCAD is, yeah, this is now in the P wave, and we have to wait for the P wave breakout. P wave means lower, hold on. The highs are lower and lows higher, and this is P wave. So I would wait for the P wave break bearish and look for the sell chance. Now Kumo flat, Kijun-sen is down, but because Kumo flat, Senko span A retracing. So as long as Senko span A retraces, this may break bullish. So we have to be patient, yeah, until it breaks either direction. This one. Let me check some other comments now. Val says, is there always pullback after breakout? Not always, not always. Sometimes without pullbacks, the market just takes off. Yeah. Okay, let's see. AUDCAD. AUDCAD. Okay, let's see. Has been bullish for the last 3 days, but still below the resistance. So it may turn bearish anytime. Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat. So in the daily chart, no trend. It may be resisted and reverse backwards too. And gold, I have covered it already. Gold is still bearish, a little bit bearish. So yeah, it may break the support 1896.08 and turns bearish also. So I would wait until the market comes above Tenkan-sen and then look for buy chance afterwards. Okay, Orvin says, I'm holding AJ long, running plus 25% account profit. Stop loss at 88.0. Do you think it's a too tight stop loss? Okay, hold on. Running to plus 25% and stop loss at 88. I think that's good. That's good. You can keep the stop loss there and keep holding the trade. Yeah, let me just in case check the AUDJPY 88.0. Yeah, I think that will be, so right now this is 88.39. So your stop loss is about like 39, 38 pips below. So that's good. That's yeah, enough amount of pips for the stop loss. TikTok says, do you know any indicator or trick to confirm Bollinger Band squeeze? Yes, there was an indicator called Bollinger Band width, and you can use that to capture squeeze. I think I found it on this trading view. Bollinger Band width, yeah, this one. You can use this one to capture squeeze. How many squeeze the Bollinger Band has. Personally, I don't watch this. I don't use this indicator because I want to see visually whether it's squeeze or expand, and I want to also see the location of the candles. But yeah, you can use this band width indicator in TradingView. And I'm sure there's the similar one on the MT5, MT4 also for this one. but not the Kyushu Ashi. The Kyushu Ashi is I found only in TradingView, but it's a bit tricky indicator, tricky candlesticks. Kyushu Ashi is a bit unique and tricky candlesticks, so you can't really find it on the on other platforms. So this is how Kyushu Ashi legs are formed. Kyushu Ashis are formed. So it's looks like it's like a Heikin Ashi, but actually it's not. You basically use it on the weekly time frame to capture when it reverses, when it trends, if it continuously trends, or if it reverses, you capture this Kyushu Ashi. But yeah, I will write a small booklet to present the Kyushu Ashi information in general in public. Yeah, so let me check some other comments now. Yes, gold and GJ I covered already. Khalid says the Fibonacci sequence MAs 13, 21, and 34 are helpful. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Suresh says, why Chikou span is very spiky when Kijun Sen and Senko span B are smooth? Because Chikou span simply takes the candlestick close. This is a line chart because it takes the close price of the candles. There is no calculation to Chikou span. It's just taking the close price of the 26 candle to the future from Chikou span. Okay, thank you for joining, Kush and Peter. Good to see you too. All right, pound CAD 1 hour. Pound CAD 1 hour. Let's see. This is now flat ranging. At a glance, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span touching. So no direction in 1 hour chart. Yeah, we have to wait for the next trend in 1 hour. Common says, I'm using a strategy and I almost become a non-losing trader, but the problem is that I'm over trading. What is your advice to reduce trade numbers? If you are the day to swing trader, then you better take 1 or 2 trades per day. If you take, let's say, 4 trades, that will be too much with my strategy. Because I never take like 4 trades or 5 trades per day. The maximum number I trade per day will be 3, but that's rare. Usually I take 1 or 2 trades per day because I'm very specific in which market to be in the trade. But if you are a scalper, then you better take maybe 20 trades, 30 trades per day. But yeah, that's actually not my strategy. Okay, so let me check some other comments now. Neil says, on average, how long do you hold a trade with a break-even stop? In average, after I set the break-even, I would hold the positions maybe for 2 or 3 days in average. 2 to 3 days in the market reverse in Forex. So that will be average. But sometimes I keep holding for over 2 weeks if the trend persists. So yeah, but 2 or 3 days is my feeling in average. Okay, yeah, you're welcome everyone. Thank you for joining. Yeah, you're welcome as always here. Okay, yeah, I have covered gold already. Gold is now a bit bearish. So not a good time to buy. Okay. Arukaret says, I exit with a loss, but later see if I held on, or I would have turned around again to profit. Yeah, if you exit too soon, then it happens. So better to not to exit too soon. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Neil says, did you face resistance from parents' family when you want to become a full-time trader? Yes. 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 My parents, especially my father, is a professor at the university, and he's very big on education. He wants for the kids to have education and have a good job and a stable job with a monthly stable income with a bonus, that type of a person. Very traditional. So he was especially against on what I do. And also my colleagues, when I quit my full-time when I quit my full-time work in Japan, some of my colleagues are against the trading. Yeah, because my parents or my family, especially not my father, but my grandparents, and also my uncle lost so much money in trading and also investing. They lost almost all their money in the stock market and real estate. So for them, investing something or trading something is a gambling, and they have a bias that you will lose money in this way. So they were pretty much against on what I do. I think same is true on some of you, I guess. I think this is typical. You will be sometimes your family, sometimes your wife, or your parents, or your friends can be against on what you do. Yeah, and that was a big motivation to overcome and to really, to fight back on what my parents said. And I did it. I became full-time, and I get successful now. So yeah, they're happy in the end. Okay, so I guess that's it for today's live stream. Thank you for joining, everyone. And after this, in about 15 minutes, I will switch to the Ichimoku membership live. So for those Ichimoku members, I will see you soon in the Discord and also the membership only live. But for those who are enjoying public, I will see you tomorrow at the forecast. So I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and see you soon again. So stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Alright, bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you.